It was late at night when Dumbo and I headed back for our quarters. The stars were bright and it was beautiful, and both of us felt better. But we had to find a way for Dumbo to become a success, and we had to get Mrs. Jumbo out of that jail. We were both thirsty, so when we came to Dumbo's watering bucket, we each took a long drink. Tasted different somehow. I found out later that the clowns had dumped champagne in the bucket, and we were drinking bubbly instead of water. I began to feel very strange. And Dumbo was too. Everywhere I looked, I could see elephants, but they was pink.
Look out! Look out! Pink elephants on parade. Here they come, hippity-hoppity. They're here, and there are pink elephants everywhere. Look out! Look out! They're walking around the bed, on their head, clippity-cloppity. Arrayed in braid, pink elephants on parade.
What'll I do? What'll I do? What an unusual view.
I can stand the sight of worms and look at microscopic germs, but Technicolor pachyderms is really too much for me.
I am not the type to paint when things are odd or things are quaint, but seeing things you know that ain't can certainly give you an awful fright. What a sight!
Chase 'em away! Chase 'em away! I'm afraid. Need your aid. Pink elephants on parade. Pink elephants.
Pink elephants.
Pink elephants.
Was parading around and dancing, and it got pretty wild. Next morning when I woke up, hey, where am I, Dumbo? Oh, what a dream. Millions of pink elephants. Maybe I was still dreaming, for nothing seemed the same. Then I looked down and discovered that I was sleeping high up in the branches of a tree. And there was Dumbo still sound asleep, with a few branches higher up than me. Now I knew that I hadn't got him up there, so he must have got me up there. But how? I asked a bunch of black crows that were hanging around, and they sang a song with the answer in it.
Did you ever see an elephant fly?
Well, I seen a horse fly.
I seen a dragonfly. I seen a house fly.
See, I seen all that too. I seen a peanut stand and heard a rubber band. I seen a needle that winked its eye. But I be done seeing about everything when I see an elephant fly.
What you say, boy?
I said when I see an elephant fly, I seen the front porch swing, heard a diamond ring. I seen a polka dot railroad tie. But I be done seeing about everything when I see an elephant fly. I saw a clothes horse, a raven buck.
And they tell me that a man made a vegetable truck.
Well, I didn't see that. I only heard.
Just to be sociable, I'll take your word. I heard a fireside chat. I saw a baseball bat.
And I just laughed and I thought I'd die.
But I be done seen about everything when I see an elephant fly. Bow, show, ba-da-da-doo-doo.
it. Dumbo's big ears were good for something after all. He had flown with them. Dumbo, I said, Dumbo, you can fly. But that crazy elephant wouldn't believe it. There he was, high off the ground in the branches of a tree, and no way he could have gotten there unless he flew. But he wouldn't believe it, and worse, I couldn't get him to try it again. Come on, Dumbo, I pleaded. You gotta try to fly. You'll be famous. They'll let your mother out of jail. And besides, we gotta get out of this tree. But nothing doing. Finally, one of the crows had an idea. He pulled a big black feather out of his tail and gave it to Dumbo and said, Elephant boy, this here's my magic flying feather. You just hang on to it and flap those ears of yours and you can fly. Well, finally, with a little shoving from behind, Dumbo did try. And sure enough, he could fly like a bird. So we headed back to the circus while I figured out a little surprise for everybody. As a clown, Dumbo was dressed up like a baby, and he was supposed to dive out of a fake burning building while the rest of the clowns held a net for him down below. But we were going to do it just the same, except instead of going into the net, Dumbo was going to start to fly, and he was going to scare the clowns and chase the ringmaster and so forth. I was with him, sitting in his hat, and of course, he had his magic feather in his trunk. So we were ready, and Dumbo jumped. And just as he did, Dumbo's black feather flew out of his grip, and he lost it. Down, down we fell. Dumbo, Dumbo, fly, fly. That feather ain't magical. It was just to give you confidence. Dumbo, flap those ears, fly. That was a close one. But Dumbo was flying strongly now. He chased the clowns, and they all fell into their water buckets. He chased the ringmaster, and he toppled over head over heels. Then he zoomed down on the unfriendly elephants and gave them the fright of their lives. Then he flapped his big ears harder and rose higher and circled the tent to the applause of the whole crowd of people. Well, just as I had predicted, they made Dumbo the star of the show after that. And he flew every day as the last final act, with me riding on his back. And of course, they let his mother out of jail and gave her the best wagon to ride in. So you see, things come out happy for everybody. And finally, we all headed for Hollywood in a special train just because Walt Disney was going to make a picture and a phonograph record and a book about us. And he did.
I seen a peanut stand, heard a rubber band, I seen a needle and great desire.